Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my New Year, New Me type makeup video. This is a makeup tutorial, kind of get ready with me video, and I did a similar video to this, basically the exact same video to this in January of 2018, and this is just my 2019 version, kind of showing you the vibe that I'm going for this year, talking about like what kind of style of makeup I've been into lately, and the products and all of that, and also I would love to hear your guys' feedback. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Also, I've cut my hair short recently, so that's a pretty big change. I used to have really long hair and I was wearing extensions a lot. So we're just going for a whole new vibe in 2019. Sometimes, you know, you just need a fresh start. So hopefully this is our fresh start for 2019. And if you want to see how I got this makeup look right here and get a little bit of a chatty update, then please keep watching. I'm starting out with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot to prime my eyelids, and this is just an old standby for me, but I'm still having a bad problem with my mascara transferring, so if you have any suggestions for good mascaras or really good primers, let me know. For eyeshadow, I've been loving my Persona Color Theory Copper palette, and I'm giving up on eyeshadow this year, I think. I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown eye blender brush and just take this off-white shade and get it all over the lid, and then I'm going to take the light brown, of course, and put it in my crease. And that's really all I've been doing lately, and I just can't bring myself to spend more time on eyeshadow. Like, to me, what really matters is having a nice, even base makeup done, like having my foundation look nice and everything. So I'm just gonna keep rocking that. And I just like having a kind of warm toned brown like this in the crease, just because I think it brings out like my eyes a little bit and draws a little bit of attention and also kind of complements the blue color. But this is like the easiest thing ever and something that I do in every single video. So boring, but this is just the kind of eyeshadow I like. Okay, and now for foundation, I've been really mixing it up lately with my foundations, and I've also like purged a lot of my foundations. If you watched my like declutter videos at all, then you'll know that I'm kind of going through a phase of getting rid of old stuff and like only buying new stuff that I'm into. So I recently picked up the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Matte, and I have mine in the shade Fair, and I might do a whole dedicated video on this because for oily skin, the regular It Cosmetics CC cream just didn't really work for me. So anyway, I'll go into more detail about this in a future video. But I also have a new beauty blender, and if you watched my New Year, New Me, video last year, then you'll know that I started out with a new beauty blender this time last year. And honestly, I've been needing a new one for a few weeks now, maybe like a month or more. I've been needing a new one. This one's just completely shredded and disgusting. And I was just waiting for the new year to break out the new one. It's the beautiful blue sapphire one, and sapphire is my birthstone, so I just love it. Anyway, we're gonna defile it today with our It Cosmetics CC cream, and I use one pump on the T-zone and then one pump on the cheeks, and I've been really loving wearing this like every single day at the moment. I like this because it's really easy to blend, and then it just gives a really super easy full coverage. And then my go-to concealer that I've just totally been feeling like wearing lately is the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and I just love this concealer. It looks really aggressively peachy pink when I first put it on under my eyes, because mine is the shade 1C, so it's really like cool tone shade, which I don't think is like my exact match, but I like using this peachy tone because it does a really good job canceling out my dark circles, and I find that once I blend it out, it actually, like, to me anyway, looks like it matches. And this is like a little bit lighter than something thick like a Shape Tape or the, what's the one that I like, the Makeup Revolution one. I can't remember what it's called at the minute, but I use that one a lot, and I really like that on days when I'm wearing a heavier foundation. But for days like today where I'm going for a CC cream, I really like this formula. And to set the eyes, I'm using my favorite Lawless Seal the Deal powder in the shade Brightening Translucent. And this is the, again, peachy toned one, which is really nice for canceling out dark circles. And I've been going back to applying this with a brush lately. I used to set my under eyes with my beauty blender for quite a while, but recently this has just felt a little faster and easier. And I feel like it just like blends in a lot quicker and more effortlessly. So I've been just doing this just for speed. If I was really like baking and caking on a lot of makeup, I think I would still use my beauty blender for my under eye setting, but I'm just not feeling it anymore, so we're back to the brush. And then to set the rest of the face, I've been going back and forth between several powders, but I've been really liking using my Osmosis Mineral Pressed Base in Fair lately. Of course, with a big fluffy brush. I love this product, as you can tell. I've totally hit pan on it, but I like this because this CC cream is the matte one, so it doesn't give a ton of glow, but it does like help my oily skin kind of set down matte. So I've really been liking this combo because this is like a nice mineral powder, which also helps set down but also still maintain a little bit of a glow, which I find this combination just gives me like the perfect effect for my oily skin. So I'm just gonna set all over. Now that the face is set, I've been really in the mood for my favorite bronzer. This is the Becca Sunlit bronzer in the shade Capri Coast, which is another product that I've loved and you've seen me use a million times and I've totally hit pan on. I love applying bronzer with a duo fiber face brush like this. It just really helps it apply easier to my fair skin and not go too overboard, which can easily happen when you're fair like I am. So if you're struggling with like patchy bronzer or bronzer that just goes on too strong, try a duo fiber brush. It's the way to go. And this year I've just decided that I'm just gonna do my makeup how I feel like that day. Like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I'm going to this event or because I'm gonna see these people or whatever reason. And now I'm just kind of waking up and it's like what I feel like doing that day is what I'm gonna do. That's my makeup New Year's resolution, which is the silliest thing I've ever heard of, but is what I'm feeling this year. So I'm just using the products that I want to use and trying not to feel pressured to use certain ones and do a certain type of makeup look for a certain day. But all my makeup looks are never too crazy dramatic, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'm going to take now, before I put this away, my NARS Ita brush, which is the like contouring one. And get a little bit more of my bronzer and just slightly contour my nose just to create a shadow more than anything. I don't really care to contour the shape. Just it can get lost on my face if I don't have any bronzer on there. Okay, now that we've applied powder and concealer here, I'm just gonna kind of blend out my eyeshadow again because sometimes I find that it kind of makes the blended edge here a little harsh or just not look right. So I try to blend that in one more time. And then I'm gonna go on to highlight. And highlight, there's just so many that I love, so it's kind of hard to pick which one I'm in the mood for each day, but I've been really liking like in my pinky white highlight. Sometimes I'm just really in the mood for the Golden Goddess like gold highlight, but lately I'm really in the mood for a pinky one, so I'm gonna try to pick one. I think I'm gonna go with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder. This is in the shade Blossom Glow, which is like the light pinky one. They have a darker one if you're any more tan than I am. That is also beautiful looking. But I'm going to take this on my Morphe M501 brush and just highlight the cheeks, not go too crazy. I also was tempted to reach for my Fenty Beauty highlight and also my Kylie Santorini highlight, which I've been loving as usual. But this one's really beautiful, easy highlight, and I just love it. And I'm also going to take this brush and put some on the inner corners, because I love me an inner corner highlight. Now moving on to blush. This year I'm just really going, like feeling in the mood for like vibrant, bright colors and just kind of mixing it up. Like I would never typically wear like a star print shirt. I would never cut my hair short, but I'm just going for like a whole new vibe this year. I feel like for some reason I'm just like in the mood for totally different things than I'm normally into. So if you have any suggestions for new blushes, I would love to hear them because I love blushes and I think like a nice bright, strong blush is always really beautiful. So I have a few options here that I could reach for, but nothing in my collection is really screaming out to me as something that like is dramatically different. So let me know your suggestions down below. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go for my Satin Touch Blush by Essence, and this is in the shade Satin Coral. I also have the darker one, which is Satin Love. But this shade is just so beautiful. This is like a foolproof everyday blush. It's like a nudie peachy color that just goes with any look, and I love it. So I'm not gonna feel ashamed to use it once again. Okay, moving on to brows. There's a lot of brow products I really love, and I typically kind of go for the same brow look always, but I've been really in the mood for like a big, natural, fluffy brow, and I'm just struggling to achieve it. So I splurged and bought the Tom Ford Brow Sculptor in the shade Taupe, which seems really expensive. It's like $50 when you buy this, but it comes with a really sturdy spoolie, which hasn't broken on me yet, and then it also comes with like a replacement like pencil, so once this one runs out there's another one in there, so it's really 2-in-1, which makes it comparable to the price of any other brow product, around $25, which is not too far off of like a Brow Wiz or any of those other products that are kind of mid-range in the $20 for just like one stick of product. So I didn't feel too bad buying this, but before I color in, I'm going to brush my brows up and then fill them in with this and see how it goes. So I would love to hear from you guys what products you would like me to try out, or you think that I would like, or what like types of makeup looks you would like to see, what kinds of videos you want to see on my channel. I'm also in the process of kind of reworking my upload schedule. So for all of 2018, pretty much, I was on the 2 days a week schedule on Monday and Thursday, but I'm not sure if those are the best days. I've been thinking also maybe would one video a week be enough? Because sometimes when I only posted one, then it gets more views. So I don't know if having two is too much. So let me know your feedback down below. I would love to hear what you prefer, what days you would like me to upload, what you would like me to upload, how often, all that. So to make these look a little bit more bushy and natural, because right now they definitely don't look natural, I'm going to take my Essence Make Me Brow, and this is in the shade Soft Brownie Brows, which is 03, and I'm going to brush straight up the fronts of my brows, and then kind of brush up and out the rest. And then I'll lay down those ones at the front a little bit so they don't look too crazy. But I just kind of like the look of like slightly more brushed up, more natural like type brows. So that's it for the brows. And then for mascara, I've been using the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express, of course in black. So I'll just dab some of this on. So hopefully this year is a lot more like exciting and vibrant. I changed up my thumbnails, which probably no one noticed, and I used to have the font all in white because just really everything in my life was kind of more neutral colors. Like my wardrobe, everything was like blacks, grays, tans, like all very neutral and kind of boring. So this year I'm going for more color, so I'm switching up my thumbnail font colors, and I would love to hear your suggestions for other fun things I can do or anything, or if you like the old ones better, let me know. Mascara is done, so all that's left is lips, and I've been really liking this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipstick in the shade Salt Life, which is a nice like mauvey purpley nudie shade. There's also a lot of like really glowy lip balms I've been into lately, but sometimes it's just a lipstick day, you know? I was really actually surprised that I love so much of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea line. I also really like whatever these are called. This is in the shade Rose. I use this a lot, and it's like a really nice hydrating kind of tinted lip balm. And this lipstick is also super tinted, so I've really been liking it. And it gives like a nice deep color. I feel that I don't need a lip liner. It wears really well, and it keeps my lips feeling like nice and hydrated. And that's it for my new year, new me makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed kind of getting a little bit of a chit-chatty stream of consciousness for the new year. I'm really looking forward to 2019, and I wanted to say thank you again to all of you who have subscribed to my channels and are liking and commenting on my videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me your feedback in the description box down below so I can hear what you want to see on my channel next. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.